Holy! Drake just released his new album. He surprise dropped us with a new album, a new LP titled Honestly, Nevermind. And honestly, Nevermind. I want to start off by saying that this album is nothing like I expected it to be. This album is the complete opposite of what I was expecting and what many people were expecting to get from Drake this summer. Believe it or not, instead of getting a summer rap album with straight bangers to listen to with the chicks in the car, we got a house music, EDM inspired, half-assed dance album from Drake. So I want to start off by saying that I haven't listened to the album enough to give my full opinion, but just off of the first listen alone, the listening experience was so trash. Believe it or not, I had to take a break halfway through the album just to be able to listen to the whole thing. And that says a lot about me because I never do that. This album was a horrible attempt at something that could have been so much better but wasn't executed the proper way. Frankly, very sick and tired of seeing how Drake has all these millions of dollars. He has all these connections. And the best that he was able to do was put out this half-assed album. This album sounds like Drake is really only in it for a paycheck. And like Drake didn't have any real passion towards this album. It didn't sound like he put any actual effort into the creation of this album. It sounded like he just recorded like 15, 20 songs, picked what he thought was the best 14 songs, decided to add a 21 Savage feature as the last song, since 21 Savage has been killing all of his recent features lately, and that it would succeed commercially. And you know what? Truthfully so, can hate. This album will probably sell more than your favorite rapper or favorite artist in any genre, not just rap. But here's the thing. I feel like as fans, we're making our artists too comfortable with dropping shit-ass music because they just assume that we're going to listen to it, we're going to run their streams up, and they're going to succeed commercially. And you know what? Again, you can't really blame them for believing this, or specifically Drake, because no matter what he puts out, he will succeed commercially. And that's just how it is at this point. Drake has cemented himself as one of the biggest artists of our generation, and nothing's gonna change. Even if Drake dropped straight garbage from now on, his legacy, what he has done for hip-hop, will live on forever. Now, I want to talk about specific songs that I listened to that I really disliked a lot. Starting off with the 4th track on the LP, Currents. This song is so trash. The sample sounded like a rocking chair or rocking bed, creaking door, or a combination of the three. And just to make things worse, it took me about 45 minutes to listen to the full album, and I stayed up late to listen to it. We go on to the 2nd track on the LP, Falling Back. You see Drake's horrible attempt at using EDM, and his vocals were just off. They were not synchronized with the beat. It sounded like he was off beat. There was no correlation between what he was saying in each song. To me, it sounded like the instrumental carried the whole song, and even then, the instrumental wasn't that good. We go on to the 7th track on the LP, Sticky. This is the first song that I actually enjoyed. This song wasn't that bad compared to the rest. Again, this is one of the only songs that I was able actually to listen to and say, you know what, this isn't that bad. I kind of wish Drake would have added more songs like these on the LP. Well, guess what? He didn't. Let's talk about the best track on the whole album. The 14th and final track with 21 Savage. The 14th track on the LP, Jimmy Cooks, is honestly not bad at all. It's actually a really good song. I actually enjoyed it. I just don't understand why Drake would put this song on this LP if he's trying to find a new sound or he's trying to make an EDM or house music inspired album. Why would you put this song on the LP? This song doesn't deserve to be on this album at all. This song should have been released as a single prior to the album, and you shouldn't even have released the album. Just as the title says, Honestly Nevermind, this album should have never been released. Let me tell you guys, my great uncle was paralyzed for 15 years. He wasn't able to move. He was stuck in a wheelchair. And yesterday night, I played this album next to him. And I want to give a huge thank you to Drake, because my great uncle, for the first time in 15 years, stood up and turned this trash ass shit off. And for that, I want to give you a thank you, Drake. Thank you for helping cure my great uncle. Anyways, to be fair, the album just came out. I've only listened to the album one time. I would need to revisit the album and listen to it again and give it multiple different listens to be able to give my actual solidified opinion. This is my first thoughts video, but stay tuned for my next video where I will be going in detail and I will break down the album one song at a time. Unfortunately, you guys will have to wait and I will need to revisit the album at least 15 more times. Wish me luck. Keep me in your prayers because I will need it. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Off the Grid podcast. This is the 3rd episode, if I am not mistaken. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one. You can do that by subscribing so you never miss any future content. Go leave a comment, like, and let me know in the comment section down below if you guys agree with me on my take or if you guys beg to differ.